Hiya everyone, I'm Raven the Goddess and tonight is Wisdom Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about skipping tonight's episode because I feel like I've just been all over the place mentally, and I felt like I have so much regrounding to do for myself as far as getting back on a mental kind of like my momentum, you know what I mean? I feel like I've been disrupted partially due to, everything that's going on. I have a hard time as a self-proclaimed empath. I have a hard time blocking shit out. Um so I kind of been dealing with that, and then, like it's just been a lot. But I decided I wanted to go ahead and do tonight's episode anyway. And what I wanted to talk about tonight is my concept, or rather my thoughts on love is power. Now, I'm trying not to sound corny, but I truly and deeply within my heart feel like love is power. And with Valentine's Day coming up, for those who celebrate, if you have a special someone, or if you're doing something for yourself as a celebration of self-love, it goes a little bit deeper than that, because the driving force behind what pushes us forward needs to have a sustainability that goes beyond the superficial, because superficial motivations are not sustainable in the long term without something else backing them, because we need something to carry us beyond those moments when we don't feel inspired, or when we feel discouraged, or when we feel, we just don't have the mental energy to push forward. It's important to tap into that love energy. For example, again, I always speak to my creatives when I talk, when I talk about these kinds of things. And for me, as someone who has multiple areas of interest, I've been finding it's almost heartbreaking to not be able to have that time to really invest into your passions. That's the source of the pain. It's heartbreak because you're not able to be with something you love, either because of various life responsibilities. You have work eating up your time, you have responsibilities as head of household, or you have school, or you have medical issues, or you're having, you're having an off day where your mental health is not where it should be, and you just don't have it in you. What I want to tell you is, don't push too hard on yourself. Instead, remember why you love what you do, and understand that with enough passion, no, that's not the right word. Think about the length you go for the people that you love, your children, your significant other, your parents. Think about how effortless it is to do things for them when you're tired, or when you're not feeling up to it mentally. You get in that kitchen, you cook, you go to work, you earn what you need to earn in order to make sure there's a roof over your head, over the head of your children and your loved ones. And there is no question, I'm gonna get out there and do what the fuck I need to do because I love XYZ. I love my kids, or I love, my husband, or my wife, or my mom, whoever it is, or even myself, for my independent ones out there. I love myself too much to allow myself to, not have my basic essentials, my food, my lights, my water. So I'm gonna get out there and do what I have to do. But think about if you could take just a little bit of that love energy and allocate it over towards your creative passions. Those days when you feel like, oh, I don't really feel like drawing. Remember why you love to draw. Remember why you love art. and take some time. I don't care if it's 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Put that pen to paper and dedicate some time to that thing that you love. And oftentimes all it takes is getting started. All it takes is sitting down with your pen and pad, or sitting down with your art supplies, with your crafting supplies, or with your cosplay crafting stuff, your keyboard, if you're a musician, your game controller, if you're a gamer, your streamer. Sometimes all it takes is sitting down with that and getting started. Being sparked by remembering how much you love to do what you do, how much you feel when you're in the flow and time is just passing with that person that you love. It's the same thing with your creative passions that you love. But I feel like a lot of times we don't think to apply that concept to creativity, because it's like, that's two separate things. Like, it's, it's really not, because love energy comes from the same source. And if you can tap into that and apply that to what you do, you'll find yourself all of a sudden you have so much inspiration. All of a sudden you can't wait to get to the next project, or you'll carve that time out, 30 minutes. And another part of that is understanding that it might not happen on the timeline you want. So you have to kind of have that understanding going into that. But just because you don't have the amount of time that you wish you had doesn't mean that you don't have time at all, and doesn't mean that what you want to do can't be done. Don't be discouraged by this rushy rush culture that we're in, this have it now, do it now, fast. I've been caught up in that shit. I'm caught up in that shit right now. That's why I'm talking to you, because I'm talking to me. Talking to you is talking to me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell myself, yo, chill. Everything will happen in its own time. But remember why you love what the fuck you do, and just do it. And let that passion drive your creativity. I hope that makes sense. Because I couldn't just like not do an episode. Like, I don't, I noticed my views are kind of be like wee woo, like, a little bit, trash. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh my God, I'm talking like this, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I hear that all day. I ain't gonna hold you. but seriously, for real, I've been feeling it for myself. So I was like, you know what? It's a topic on my mind. I might as well talk to my people about it and let you guys know that it's that love that'll drive you. So 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But don't neglect the love of your life just because life is lifing. If love of your life is painting, drawing, cosplay, music. You get what I'm saying, right? But that's all I have. Look at that, 8 damn minutes. I'm going on and say, it's supposed to be a short episode. But anyway, that's all I have for tonight. I hope something I said sparked your interest, got you going, got you motivated. There will be no special editing, no fancy pants graphics tonight. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing the music. I'm just not. I might put something in the background. I don't know, but I'm just like, I'm more focused on the core of what it is I'm trying to do with the things that I'm doing creatively. And one of those things is connecting with like-minded people. Okay. So once again, I am Raven the Goddess, and this has been Wisdom Wednesday. Love, light. See that? Love, light, and blessings.